What's up guys, JJ here with Classic Mechanics, back again with a much anticipated update on this wild HellCat Willys build that we have going on right here in the shop. As you remember, a few months back we received this car as an already started build. Our technician Nathan has just been killing it with this car, getting everything set with the mock-up and the wiring. Let's go check it out.
I'm Nathan. I'm the tech hero over at Classic Mechanics working on this 41 Willys hot rod. We got this car in here. I had to go over everything, figure out what we had and what we didn't have. There was a very good start done to the vehicle. It was all high quality work. So I just needed to figure out what was there and build on from there from what we were doing. When it came in, it had the old headlights from the first build, and they wanted an upgraded headlight, so we put in these other headlights to hopefully modernize it from what they wanted. And there still needs to be a little bit of work done to them yet. It's going to go to a body shop. They'll finish off masking them off and stuff like that. We also got the HellCat motor that's under the hood. It's still torn apart right now, so we got to finish putting it back together. It's all in stages of mock-up. So got the wiring ran for the most part on the engine, just as mock-up, and we're trying to get it all together before we take it all apart. It's really crammed in there. A lot of times people will put in a Chevy small block or a Chevy big block. They decided to change it up. They also put a pulley upgrade kit on it, so that way it should turn a little bit more boost. In there's not a lot of room for anything. They got custom headers coming out the sides of it, just so that way it would fit in there. I really haven't had to do anything with the engine. They fit that in there pretty well. The only issues were the way the steering rack had to clear the engine. So we ended up putting an electronic steering rack in it. I got a lot of wiring going on. There's a little bit more wiring than I anticipated that this car was going to have. There's everything from cruise control, which was supplied with the car, to all the engine and transmission wiring needed to be finished up. All the fuses and wires to fuses needed to be ran. They decided to go with a little bit better instrument cluster than what came with it. Just a little bit more modernized. Hopefully it'd be better with their HellCat theme that they're going with the car. There's a lot of electronics going on with the windows and AC and stuff like that, that it all has to tie together to make it work properly. With all the modern technology, there's a lot of extra wires for what is being all monitored. Like a small block Chevy, an old school small block Chevy, you probably can run it off of 3 wires. This one has a wire for every fuel injector and a wire for every coil, and I'm trying my best to hide everything so that way it looks real clean when it's done. I don't want a wire harness hanging down underneath the dash so that way it's visible. It's just, the cleaner it looks now, the cleaner it's going to go together in the final end. One of the bigger things I've had to do with this car is mock up all the brakes. Everything was there as far as the spindles and the rear end, but none of the brakes were on it yet. So we had to mock up the brakes and put electric parking brake in, and run all the lines, and then all the other fuel lines and stuff like that needed to be mounted to the body because they haven't been mounted yet. They ran the correct length, and he did a good job at that, but we still needed to mount them to the body, and the AC and the heater lines, those needed to be mounted to the body and ran as well. A lot of the stuff was done really, really nice. I had to go through and change some stuff because when he planned on having an electric power steering pump in the rear, and then running hard lines of power steering underneath the vehicle, which potentially could have a leak somewhere with having extra lines. We decided to go to electric steering rack to clean some of that up, so then some of the other lines got routed differently. I got just a little bit more wiring to do. Once I get that all figured out, then it's going to be starting to tear the vehicle apart, document everything, so that way when it goes to body shop and the frame gets powder coated, once it all comes back, then I got an easy way of putting it together with documented proof that yes, this fit this way, and it shows how complete it was before. Overall, it's been a pretty good project. There's a lot of stuff going on. Luckily, I'm mostly capable of being able to handle how much of work this vehicle needed. It's a big task, and I'm glad I'm the one that got to do it.
Wow, I cannot believe the build that we have going on. The next stage in this project is going to go on ahead and get the car all torn down and over to Mike and the crew at our Main Street MPI paint and body location. After that's going to be the interior squad stepping in at our MPI 76th Street location. I cannot wait to follow the development of this project. Stay tuned with me. Follow this awesome HellCat Willys project that we got going on. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button and follow us for the rest of this build and many more to come.